Predator Badlands is a Star Wars movie, or rather, Predator Badlands is doing Star Wars better than Star Wars is doing Star Wars right now. Let me explain. Director Dan Trachtenberg has released 3 Predator movies over the past few years, with Prey in 2022, Predator Killer of Killers earlier this year, and now Predator Badlands, and each of these 3 films come together to form the perfect example of how to revive a legacy franchise. Prey is smaller in scale, but it uses that to its advantage. It mirrors the plot of the original film, but completely flips it on its head. It gives us a new time period and setting, an interesting and fleshed out protagonist, and it expands on the lore of the franchise in a way that doesn't feel forced or doesn't detract from the main story. Predator Killer of Killers not only offers us something unique with an animated medium, but it gives us a brand new storytelling device. It's an anthology film that shows us a predator going up against a Viking, a samurai, and a World War II pilot. And all of those stories converge in the finale and sets us up for an exciting sequel down the road. And then we have Predator Badlands, which for all intents and purposes is a family-friendly action comedy much like a Star Wars movie. But it's also the first time that a predator is the protagonist, and one that we as the audience are actively rooting for. It seamlessly incorporates elements from the Alien franchise in a way that doesn't feel like fan service or hype moments, it just feels like good storytelling. It gives us some uniquely designed alien creatures and introduces us to a new planet that feels lived in and distinct, thanks to features like poison dart flowers and blades of grass made of glass. And the comedy never comes at the cost of the action. Even with a PG-13 rating, it feels like they effectively balance the fight scenes and the jokes with the character development and the emotional beats. And on top of that, all of these films feel thematically different from the original films. The Predator franchise has historically been hyper-masculine and jingoistic, layered with conservative and regressive ideologies. But Prey is about a woman who wants to become a hunter and has to overcome sexism and the norms of her society to prove herself and be her true self. Predator Badlands dissects the harmful mentality of toxic masculinity and posits that emotional intelligence is itself a strength, even if that means unpacking layers of family and generational trauma to get to a place where you're comfortable with yourself. And while the Star Wars franchise currently feels kind of directionless and unsure of where to go after the sequel trilogy, the Predator franchise is not only expanding the lore, using new visual mediums, and creating new and interesting original characters and worlds, it also has something new to add to the conversation.